What up, guys? I'm Amirose with FlowerHire. Super excited about the two powerhouse guests I have with me today for our Sunset Sesh, Elizabeth Renteria and Savannah Mason of Verde Plus. Ladies, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us, Amirose.
It's pretty amazing how when we first connected, obviously, you know, social equity is a very big passion point for all of us, as is cannabis. And that is exactly where I want to start. Cannabis is a wild, wild industry to be in. It is not for the faint of heart. And most of us who are still here, because, you know, 1 year is like 7 dog years, as I always say, most of us have a personal reason for why we endure this, why we fight for this. So, Elizabeth, I'd love to start with you. What is your why for being in cannabis?
Yeah, so I have a lot of personal ties to it. Like my family members use it medicinally. Specifically, like my grandma, she used it while she was going through chemo and used it for like her insomnia and pain that came with that. And then I use it for my anxiety from time to time. And aside from that, I just, when my family approached me with the idea of like starting a cannabis retail business, I was happy to help, but like the deeper that we got into it and the more that I learned about what like having this business actually meant, like it kind of gave me it gave me a realization that I had this opportunity to like make a genuine difference in not only like a community, but just like people, helping uplift people, like just people who share the same values as me, and you know, I just want everyone to feel like supported and like I have a background in psychology, so mental health and like helping people is really big to me, and I feel that this business is a perfect match for me because I get to help people, and I especially get to help people's mental health, and just it's really special to me and it brings me joy.
What is family to you as the co-founder of this?
I mean, it's definitely started out at the beginning of this 3 years ago when it was just a plan. Started out as, you know, your blood relatives, but I think working with the people that I work with every day, including Savannah, it's definitely shown me, you know, family is whoever you want it to be. Our workplace feels very inviting every day, and I hope it feels that way to every single person who steps foot there, and it also just, our community is starting to feel like a family too, as we have so many regulars.
So we're here to celebrate the launch of your new compassionate care program. So I would love you to tell me about how it came into inception and now it's out in the world, and just like how you feel.
We discovered that there was parameters set in place here in California due to they passed laws back in 2020 to allow it's for cannabis retailers and cannabis distributors to be able to donate product free of cost. So we don't pay anything, the customers don't pay anything, no taxes or anything, as long as it's given to us as a donation. And that was instant appeal for us because that's Mason. Our end goal. Obviously, we want to be able to continue to give safe access to cannabis to as many people as we can. And realistically, if you're trying to use cannabis on a daily basis for medicinal purposes, it's not always going to be the most cost efficient depending on what you need. And we want to be able to bridge that gap in any way that we can. And the people that qualify, the people that we feel benefit the most, we are able to give them what we call compassionate care packages once a month. And it's a variety of different cannabis products, from wellness like tinctures to cartridges, actual whole flower, pre-rolls, edibles, to just try and supplement their medicinal cannabis regimen. And we just want to be able to do what we can in any way that we can. So once we found that out, it was just putting all the pieces together. So for the past 6 months or so, it's just been putting all the pieces together. And back in on March 31st, we had the launch. We were able to give out our first compassionate care packages, and we're going on our third now, and we're just really excited to continue expanding. With the people that are part of the program now, you can see the gratitude and the difference that it makes. Even if it's not, because everyone consumes on a different basis, so even if it's not necessarily going to provide you with a month's worth of things like that, anything can make a difference when you're really truly in need of medicinal cannabis. So we want to be there for those people.
So beautiful. There's so many people in this world, in this industry that, they talk about it. They're like, oh, we want to make a difference, and they don't know where to start. Yeah. Or they lose that fire quickly, or, countless other excuses. But I know it wasn't easy to get that off the ground, and still to find the brands to support it and all of that. It's a hustle. You have to really be rooted to your why. So Elizabeth, what keeps you motivated on the hard days?
This might sound like a fake answer, but my family. Genuinely, my family, my Verde Plus family as well.
Does not sound like a fake answer. My family's my world too, so so grateful for that. Mm-hmm. And as you said, there's family we're born with and family we choose. So it's really beautiful. What would you say was your emotion on 3/31, the first day that this program actually launched and met your first patients?
Yeah, it was really very beautiful, to be honest. It was a lot more sweet than I expected. I kind of just expected people to come in, pick it up, say a little thank you. But some people were like giving full-on speeches. Yeah, it was pretty emotional. But yeah, it was very fulfilling.
So beautiful. So Savannah, as the general manager of this beautiful dispensary, how would you describe the consumer's experience entering your store?
I would describe it as welcoming, engaging, and a thoughtful personal shopper experience. We emphasize that we do provide personal shopper experiences because we want everyone to feel like their needs are tended to equally. We have a great emphasis on cannabis education in our shop because we want to make sure that all of our staff is well equipped with the knowledge to recommend any product that we have on the shelf for anything that people are asking. We know we can't know everything, but we know that we can always continue learning. We take pride in making sure that we're offering people the same consistent caring experience every time that they come in, and they know that they can rely on us for reliable information.
I hope that we suddenly have so many patients that we don't have enough product in the store or something, I just want it to just keep growing. I want to make sure it touches as many people as we possibly can. Yeah.
My heart's just fluttering. I'm just very just grateful that people like you exist, and that, I deeply believe in cannabis as well. My mom, I lost her to cancer, and in the last 6 months of her life, it was the thing that was calming her anxiety, helping her eat. So my cannabis journey is also incredibly personal. Mm-hmm. So to know that people like you exist and to be able to amplify your efforts, it's so important, especially to communities that cannot afford it. This is medicine. It's getting back to the recreation, the medicinal properties of it. So it's really beautiful and important. And I would love to, rather than just elevate you and sing your praises, which I will do for the rest of my life, I would love to also get into, a true CTA, right? A call to action, how can we support you? How can people viewing this support you? Do you need more brands to donate to the program? Do you need more marketing and visibility? What actually will help you get this out there more?
Yeah, I think, I mean, all of those things, we are still within our first year, so just from my personal experience, the fact that we're able to give back so much already, and we haven't even reached our 1 year mark is like amazing. We're constantly looking to forge new relationships and partnerships, so we want to make sure that we're continuing to align with people that have that same mindset of wanting to give back. The reality is there is a lot of inequity within the cannabis space, not only on the retailer side, like that they have experienced even with just opening it up and being so fortunate to get a social equity license, but within cannabis consumers being able to use cannabis medicinally, like disproportionately, white consumers that are using medicinal cannabis are able to supplement their regimens a lot easier than Black and brown communities. So it just feels like a personal obligation. Yeah, we're as many people that apply, we want to be able to supplement that. So we always are welcoming donors and people who want to help and support us in any way.
Being women of color in this industry, which is not an easy thing to navigate as well, what would you say is some advice for other women of color out there who are maybe feeling really discouraged right now that there's no space for them in cannabis? Their brand's not going to survive. You know, they don't have mentors, they don't have resources, whatever the ... so many reasons can be. What would be advice to other women out there listening to you today to keep going?
I think maybe just finding community in each other, not like cliquey or anything, but just reaching out to other women or other people who share your same values. And I think just uplifting other people, they'll want to uplift you in return, and it just creates a really positive environment. And I think that is the key to thriving and doing your best out here, because it is hard, but I think just having the people that are, have the similar values makes a huge difference, more than anyone would expect, I think.
Absolutely. Savannah?
Yeah, I feel like just being in this industry for so long, you just don't give up. Sounds very cliche, but like perseverance and dedication, and if you know like that's where your passion lies, then just continue to push forward. There's so many times where in workplaces, like there was not even an inch of space for me, it felt like, and I had to decide, whether the payoff would be worth it by pushing through in that environment, even though I was literally uncomfortable every single day. So I don't want to just say that it's all like work hard and things will pay off. Like, you're going to be in uncomfortable situations. You're going to have to deal with microaggressions, unfortunately, still in 2023. You're going to have to deal with people that may not take you so seriously because you're a woman. And that's okay, because if you are true to yourself and you know that what you're doing is what you want to do and it's making you happy, then that's all that matters. Just keep pushing forward.
It can be so isolating fighting for something important. Social equity work is so hard, but you just have to remain open and keep pushing forward. And just people like you just really do give me encouragement about what we can do better, So the last question I want to leave with is, I think about legacy a lot. And brands, films, books, things that live far beyond us when we're gone. So what do you hope Verde Plus is remembered for?
That's a good one. I like that.
I hope that we set a ripple effect of changing the industry as much as we can, where it's just one that's very educational and supportive and inclusive. I think those three words are the most important, as to why we're doing what we're doing. It just feels like there needs to be a change in the retail space where everyone is just more kind, more compassionate, more supportive. And I hope that we can be an inspiration to other people to follow along in the educational and kindness and compassion that we really strive for and every day.
That's why representation is so important. You give someone a path to follow, people to look up to, knowing that it's possible. So you're already doing it by just existing and fighting and doing the amazing work you're doing. You're doing it. So,
like, I hope that the message of just spreading compassion and giving back to the community, on top of just being a cannabis retail company, like, is amplified just by our efforts and us being genuinely good people. Honestly, like, we're really just trying to do our best with what we can, and we're grateful to just to have this opportunity to do what it is that we love.
I know you will be successful, and you already are. Look what you did. This was not an easy thing to create. It wasn't easy to get the license, any of it, and you've done it.
We did.
And it's really easy to not stay in the present with that, because there's always more we can do. There's always more people we can help. But I see you, and I honor you, and I'm just really excited to support you in all ways, and thank you so much. Where can people find you?
So we're on Instagram at Verde+LA. You search us up. Our website is also verdeplusla.com, and we're in South LA on Normandy.
59th and Normandy, come visit us.
Come hang out. Elizabeth, Savannah, such a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you soon, guys.